The Central Blair Recreation and Parks Commission announced today its groundbreaking plans to turn this lot into a spray park. There's a new spray park coming to Altoona near the Penn State campus, and now that things are warming up, Rylan and Christian can't wait to check it out.
Because we can go off and play on all the obstacle courses.
They were at the groundbreaking earlier Tuesday to celebrate the Juniata Memorial Spray Park with the Central Blair Recreation and Park Commission.
I'm excited for the kids in the community who are going to have something that they're going to be proud of. They're going to have the opportunity to come here in the summertime and really enjoy themselves.
The majority of the funding for the $900,000 project comes from 2 grants. It's going to help set this park apart from the normal playground.
It's unique. It's nowhere else in the county do we have a spray pad as well as playground and basketball court.
It will include lounge chairs and umbrellas for parents and state-of-the-art upgrades like a water recovery system and security cameras. But all the Kegel boys care about is all the fun they'll get to have once it's complete.
Because the playground looks cool and there's a lot of cool stuff and it's very fun.
You can cool off at the park this summer. In Altoona, I'm Danielle Negri. Chris Amarin's family and friends celebrated his life as Altoona and Tyrone police met with Altoona school staff on the high school court Thursday night.
When I was walking here from the car, it reminded me of when I was back in high school and he and I and the rest of my cousins would come to a game.
Amarin passed away from a heart attack in January while he was playing his favorite sport, basketball. His colleagues were more than happy with the turnout to support the family.
Well, it's a very humbling experience to know how all of the people here care for each other in this community.
But his son was even more touched.
I think it's a wonderful thing that everyone cared about my dad this way and how they all think that he was a great guy and how everyone's participating about this memorial game about my dad.
Autumn Amarin wants her husband to be remembered by his compassion for others.
Just try to do something nice for someone you don't know, hold the door open, something along those lines, just to make a difference in someone's life, because you never know.
The game brought in nearly $8,000 before anyone could shoot hoops. In Altoona, Danielle Negri. These students at Penn State Altoona are learning how to use their hands and feet to defend themselves, but what they're really learning to use is their heads.
Trust that gut instinct and understand how to stay out of trouble. It's not self-defense is up here more so than here.
Katouf teaches at Penn State and owns a martial arts studio. Wednesday night, he trains students using special techniques to fight off an attacker.
I could walk out of here and something could happen, but I know what to do now. It makes you feel a little more confident and less scared.
Remembering catchy names like Statue of Liberty, Hammer, Fist, and Earbuds might seem a little silly, but sisters Kimberly and Bridget agree it works.
I think they're really self-explanatory because I take his class, and if he says spinning heel kick, then I know the spinning heel kick.
Knowing these moves could help to keep them from becoming a statistic. A recent survey shows that 1 in 5 women in the U.S. are victims of assaults, and 80% of those women were under 25 at the time of the attack. That doesn't mean men shouldn't worry. Katouf's tips can help anyone. Those tips include watching how much alcohol you drink and telling friends where you are. And Katouf says, most of all, always be aware. Danielle Negri, WTAJ News.
That's it. Okay. So I know what you're saying.
Congressman Bill Schuster is on the road again to Washington, but Art Halverson is aiming to take his place. Art Halverson is running for the Republican congressional seat for an area that he thinks needs new representation. At a recent meet and greet, Halverson said his long military career led him to take on several projects in Washington.
I can go down there and immediately pick up where I left off.
Schuster has worked on his share of projects there too, and a high-profile colleague believes he's done a great job.
I'm extremely proud of him. He's also a guy who knows how to get things done.
Both candidates put issues like foreign policy, health care, and small business reform at the top of their priorities. But Halverson isn't satisfied with how the government has handled them.
The policies in Washington just don't make sense for the 9th District, and we need to change them.
And it won't be long until the candidates come face to face. They're set to debate later this month. Reporting in Altoona, I'm Danielle Negri. When you walk out your front door, worrying about a threat is the last thing on your mind. That's exactly what Doris and Wallace Green of Mount Union had to deal with on Thursday morning. They've been together since the civil rights movement and have never had any problems for being a mixed-race couple until today.
I was like in another world. I was just like being in shock for a while.
They were blindsided when they discovered the letters KKK written in chalk on the sidewalk right outside their home. After hearing similar stories around the area, they turned to police. They lived in the peaceful mixed-race neighborhood for 35 years with no issues, and local NCAA President Alan Cashaw believes that's how it should have stayed.
Strikes me as just all wrong for a melting pot, and that's what this country is.
Wallace doesn't want any trouble.
I don't mess with you, so don't be messing with me. And that's basically all I could say to him.
But Doris believes the issue is bigger than what you may think.
God made us all to live together. And if we can't live together here on earth, how are we going to live together when we get to heaven?
The Greens aren't afraid of the threat, and they hope that people learn to accept each other for who they are. Reporting live, I'm Danielle Negri for WTAJ.